I'm Julie Carlisle from Thermo Kitchen. Today we're making vegetable stock paste. Okay, vegetable stock paste is one of the first recipes we make with our customers after we unbox the Thermomix. So here's my Thermomix. We've got Cookidoo open and we're going to type in vegetable stock paste and get the recipe up. Okay, so vegetable stock paste. We tap on the image and now we have the recipe up on the screen. So we can actually just slide along the touch screen and have a look at all the ingredients we're going to need for our stock paste. Now once we have our ingredients ready, then we select Start Cooking and we're ready to go. So take the lid off, tear it back to 0. And now we're adding our celery. So we need 200 grams of celery. Now we want to use these leafy bits. Like, there's no point in putting our good celery in the stock. So I've cut just the tops off because there's so much flavour in this anyway. So I'm going to grab chopping board. Okay, and I've cut it into thirds. So no reason to be chopping this up finely. Thermomix is going to do all the work for us. So there we go, and we weighed in 200 grams of celery. Come over to our green next button, and there we go. So next thing is 2 carrots. So here are our carrots. Now I haven't peeled them, I haven't done anything else except cut them in half. Pop it in. And our brown onion. 1 brown onion. I've actually got 2 here because ours were only small. This one I've got in as whole because the Thermomix can cope with that. This one I chopped in half. And press next. And it would like a fresh tomato cut into halves. So there we go. Drop it in. And next, oops, I think I went, yep. Zucchini. It says cut into pieces, but really just cutting it into thirds is fine. And next, 2 garlic cloves. Okay, so I've got 4 because I like garlic, and this is a stock based and we want it to be nice and flavoursome. So I've got a dry bay leaf. Now I don't have a bay leaf with me and that's fine. So this is a flavour base. The bay leaf, if you've got it, put it in. If you don't, you can substitute for some other herb, but we can also leave it out because basically a stock paste is what you have left over, any vegetables, so you can sub out things. So now we've got our basil, and they want parsley leaves. Again, it says leaves, and I've got stems and leaves. It's fine. It's not going to change anything with the recipe, and might as well use it and not waste it. Sage, 1 to 2 sprigs of sage. We're going to take the leaves off here because it's a bit woody. So we don't want any woody stems in. And rosemary. So we want 1 to 2 sprigs of rosemary. So to strip the rosemary, we just pull backwards down here, take it off. So it's nice and quick. And again, I'm adding 3 because I really like rosemary. And yeah, it's just a guide. Oh, we've got a bit more celery, so I'll put that in. Okay, so our bowl is actually quite full. Pressing next. We've done our pasta, yes. Just insert the measuring cup. So for anyone new to Thermomix, this is actually your measuring cup, or MC, you'll see it written in most recipes. So this fits into the hole here and stops anything from coming out. Now, the spatula is also designed, hang on, I'll move this out of the way. So the spatula is also designed to have a number of uses. So first of all, this collar prevents it from touching the blades. So while the Thermomix is going, you can safely add this in here and agitate it to help keep the ingredients help the ingredients go around. So what we're going to do is press next. Now it says 10 seconds and it wants speed 6. So we're going to turn the selector around to speed 6. Now, because I've made this a lot of times, I know that with the bowl so full, it's actually best to have the spatula in as you do it. So I'm going to take the MC out. I'm going to have the spatula there ready to agitate the mixture and turn to speed 6. Press the screen to stop the noise, and then we press next, and it says scrape down the sides of the mixing bowl with the spatula. So I'm going to open that up, and you can see that because we've put in some herbs and things, they haven't actually gone all the way down. So we're just going to scrape down like it says and sink some of these herbs below the ingredients. Very good. And scrape down. Okay. Now, because I'm not happy that that's actually being chopped enough, I wanted to show you something else that you can do with the Thermomix. So even when you're in guided cooking, we are able to go back a step by pressing this arrow back. And now we can repeat that step. So again, spatula's in, and 10 seconds, speed 6. Touch the screen, stops the noise, and press next. Okay, now that's much better. So you can see in there, it's all nicely chopped up, and we're ready to proceed to the next step. So press next. Next step, 150 grams of rock salt. Now, every time I make this with people, they're always quite amazed at how much salt's going into this, and some people are actually quite concerned. But 150 grams is used because it's preserving the stock. Okay, so that's about half this container, and this is what preserves it and keeps it so it can keep in the fridge for 6 months to 12 months. Also, when we use our stock paste, we're only ever using a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons in a recipe. So you're not getting overall very much salt at all. So press next. Now it says to add 1 tablespoon of oil. And I want to show you something. So rather than get out a tablespoon, what we can do is we can still access the scales of our machine here by going into these 3 dots. So you'll see 3 dots across the top spacebar. When we press on those, we get 3 other options. We can see recipe detail. So perhaps the Thermomix is in progress and you want to actually have a look and see what the next step's going to be. You go to these 3 dots and open this and you get this box. Or we can go to scales, which is the second option, or cancel the recipe. So what I want to do today, instead of getting a tablespoon out, I just want to go to scales and weigh my oil. So a tablespoon is 20 grams. So I'm just going to tip 20 grams in. Ooh, perfect. Okay, so now if it said a teaspoon and I didn't want to go and find a teaspoon, I can select 5 grams, because 5 grams is quite often is a teaspoon. So 20 grams for a tablespoon, 5 grams for a teaspoon. Now, to get back to our recipe, we just go over here and hit the X out. Okay, and we're back to 1 tablespoon of olive oil, which is in there, and press next. Okay, now it wants us to insert the measuring cup into the mixing bowl and press next. Okay, so now we're up to the cooking function. It says 20 minutes. It's going to heat it to 120 degrees and the speed is selected at speed 1. Okay. Okay, so we turn the selector and we leave that to go. Okay, so now we've got 20 minutes of cooking, and I'll tell you a few other things. So see here, we've got this green dots. So the green indicates that at the moment, the Thermomix isn't hot to touch, so it's safe to touch it anyway. As it's heating, you'll notice that the green turns to red, and that's just to let you know that this part of the bowl is going to get hot, and it's just a cautionary red. Okay, now if you also have a look at the screen while you're making this, you'll notice that there's a green line across the top, and we are almost to the end. Now that in every recipe, we'll just show you how close you are to finishing the recipe, how many more steps there are. And also you'll see here it says we're on step 18 of 21 in the recipe. Okay, so we'll just leave that to cook, and I'll be back with you in a few moments. Okay, so that has been cooking for 20 minutes. So we'll just take a look. Now, before we lift the lid, anytime you've had the heat function on, make sure that you're lifting away from yourself, because there will be quite a lot of steam. Now, just taking a look. Just going to scrape down. Very good. Okay, so we're going to press next, and it says to keep the lid on and the MC in place. So we've done that. Next, turn the speed selector to 5, then increase the speed gradually to speed 9. Now, we can see that this is going to blend for 1 minute, and it's going to start at speed 5, and then by the end of the minute, we need it up to 9. Now, we don't ever go straight up to 9 when we've got boiling ingredients, just as a safety caution. So, start at speed 5. Okay, and now we're going to slowly increase over the minute until we get to speed 9. And now it says to transfer into sealable containers. So again, away from me and allow the steam to release. So who thought their Thermomix was going to take off? Now I think every time I hear that, it sounds like an aeroplane about to take off, and every time I make it with my customers, there is a concerned look on their face. And I think this is one of the reasons why we do this recipe. One is because it's in just about every Thermomix recipe on Cookidoo. We use the vegetable stock, but also I think it's just to show people that it's perfectly safe, that it's might be noisy, but it's okay. Okay, so now we transfer into the jars. Just do this. Let's see if I can do it without spilling. Okay, so that's one jar. I've made a little bit of a mess, but not too badly. And then the leftover I'll pop into this one. So because this lasts for so long in the fridge, I do like to put it into 2 jars. And I usually wouldn't select one that large, I just didn't have another one spare. The reason for this is because it will keep in the fridge for 12 months. But if you go putting a dirty spoon into it, it's very easy to contaminate. So by having it in 2 separate jars, I usually push 1 jar to the back of my fridge and just use the first jar. Then once the first jar is finished, I start on a brand new jar. And that way, at least if somebody does come to the fridge with a dirty spoon, I haven't contaminated my whole batch of paste. Okay. And there we go. So, this is our stock paste. And inevitably, people always ask me, so what do I use the stock paste for? So stock paste is used in so many of the Thermomix recipes, and it's just a good flavour base for a lot of dishes. Now, ordinarily you might buy the liquid stock, you know, the Campbell's real stock. So if you were going to use the stock paste in place of that in a recipe, you would just use 1 or 2 teaspoons of stock paste and then the required amount of water. So if it said it wanted 500 mils of real stock, you would use 2 teaspoons of stock paste and 500 mils of water in the recipe instead. If the recipe that you're following is for stock powder, so it might say 1 teaspoon of stock powder, you can sub 1 teaspoon of stock paste for the powder. So it can be substituted for any stock powder or stock liquid in any recipe. Or if it's a Cookidoo recipe, you'll find that they actually give you the exact quantities that you need for that recipe. So now, when you have stock in a recipe, you know that it's healthy, that it's made from scratch, and that it has nothing artificial in the ingredients. Plus, what is amazing for me is I used to carry home probably 4 or 5 litres of stock liquid each shop, and that was kind of heavy. And now it just sits in my fridge ready and waiting to be used. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed making this stock paste with me today. Like I said, this is usually one of the first recipes we do with our customers when they unbox their Thermomix. So if you're somebody who has just got your Thermomix and you're looking for a recipe to make, follow along and make the stock paste. I'm guaranteeing you won't look back. So much cheaper in the long run than regular paste, and so much more convenient. Okay, so bye for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to join me on our Thermo Kitchen Facebook group. Happy cooking!